Hello, everyone, and welcome to This Generation. I'm Jeannie Green. Thank you so very much for joining me. Hello, kids. I'm so glad that you have joined us today because this is going to be a fun show. It involves things like runners and dogs and sniffing and barking and hooks and, well, you'll see right after this.
Hi, Quiana for flying Bering Air. Bering Air flies throughout Northwest Alaska and has hubs in Nome and Kotzebue. Bering Air flies both helicopters and fixed-wing aircraft, such as our Cessna Caravans, Piper Navajos, Beach King Airs, and our large cargo aircraft, the Casa. Bering Air offers daily scheduled flights and charters throughout Alaska and the Soviet Far East. Bering Air also provides emergency medical flights for Northwest Alaska. For safe and reliable service, fly with Bering Air.
Dad, Mom, I want you to be proud of me. Tell me what you expect when it comes to sex.
When it comes to sex, I need you to talk seriously with me, but I also need you to listen to me. I need you to help me with the words I need to say no.
No. I need an out.
There is just no way I can make you really understand how often sex comes up.
How much pressure is there. It's constant.
It's constant.
It's constant.
And most of all, you need to know that the pressure's on me already.
We travel on Hagelin Aviation, and we thank you for choosing them too. Hagelin Aviation has been serving Alaskans in the bush for over 20 years.
We fly Hagelins all the time.
Operating with 29 aircraft at 8 stations across Alaska and servicing over 100 destinations daily. Hagelin Aviation, your ticket to ride in rural Alaska.
Throughout most of Alaska's rural communities, the sounds of four-wheelers and snow machines often fill the air. They become the main means of travel for villagers. But in the Athabascan community of Tanana, you'll often hear a much different sound. Oh. The timeless tradition of dog mushing is still a common practice here in Tanana. In fact, many world-famous dog mushers and handlers live here in this small community and the surrounding areas. To the locals, it's known as Nuchalawoya, the place where two rivers meet. Here, the Tanana River runs into the mighty Yukon River. Traditionally, Tanana was a trading settlement for Koyukon and Tanana Athabascans until the late 1800s, when Fort Gibbon was established and the village became a hub for gold seekers. Today, this village of 300 people is a subsistence-based community that holds strong to their culture. Fish and game from the land and rivers provide these Athabascan people with a livelihood.
In the early days of dog mushing in the Yukon Flats, and actually toboggans, they kind of come down out of Canada. The Canadian-style toboggan still has a complete curl in the front. It comes around boards, flat, plain boards that are, and we use moose hides on the sides. These toboggans are still built back home.
Recently, the community held a dog mushing symposium to discuss many issues that surround the activity. World-class mushers from around the area were invited to attend this 3-day event. Mushers such as George Attla, Charlie Boulding, Joe Reddington Jr., Benedict Jones, Bill Demoski, Lester Erhart, Hudson Sam, Bill Williams, Marvin Cochran, Patrick Moore, Richard Carroll Jr., Curtis Erhart, Shannon Erhart, Stan Zuri, and some of the unsung heroes.
The backbone of dog mushing is the women. Because I was... because I was there. Henry used to work, leave us every April. He gets on that plane. I was stuck with the dogs and the kids. I cut fish. I had fish wheel up at the river here. I get up early in the morning. go up there in a boat while the kids are sleeping.
It was a symposium that not only touched on the secrets of dog mushing, but also discussed how running dogs has helped these mushers to live a healthy and productive lifestyle. It was also a symposium that was intended to pass on information to the youth of rural Alaska so that the tradition of dog mushing might carry on into the future.
Well, we're trying to save dog mushing, you know, and trying to teach the kids that part of our culture, and it was part of our heritage. That's something that went with the Indian people all the time. Native people always had dogs. And the ones that stay in fish camp have dogs too. I always maintain, you know, that it was a healthy lifestyle. And when you have dogs, you have to care for them, and it kind of takes you away from other things, and you have to take care of them, make sure they got good bedding and they got good food and stuff like that. And you have to keep them exercised, and every day they require, you know, that you have to work on them. And I think that's one of the reasons why I stayed in such good shape. I always maintain that I tell the people, if I didn't have dogs, I'd be over 600 pounds or maybe dead already, you know. I try to make sure that these kids learn stuff and try to set them all in the right direction, you know. It's very important that they get that way.
So important that many students from Tanana School took part in the symposium in more than one way.
Kids want to come up and sign up for the dog race? Come on up.
Here are kids lined up to sign up for the Junior Mushers Race, a 3-mile dog race up the Yukon River.
He wants to go and sign up with Joey. He wants to be Joey's passenger.
They got to sign up. Joey's got to sign up.
He's right over there. He said to sign him up.
Okay.
First kid to draw is Ezra Conrad. Number 4. Second one is Cy Conrad. Number 6. Third one is Jo Beth Roberts. Grandma. Number 7. Don Starr. Drum roll. Number 9.
For some of these youth, it was their first time competing in an actual race. For others, it was another chance to practice their skills driving a team. Regardless of experience, it was something that brought many kids to the rec hall and to the starting line. The kids all seemed very quiet, focused on their task at hand, while the dogs, well, the dogs just wanted to run. One by one, teams left the gate. And one by one, they crossed the finish line.
Go fast. 49, 50, 51. 37, 38, 39, 40, 41. Go!
evening, the village held a potlatch for all of those who had taken time out of their busy lives to take part in this 3-day event. After everyone had eaten, it was time to hand out awards from the junior mushers race.
Third place was Ezra Conrad and Landon Erickson. Number 2 was Cy Conrad and Richard Nathaniel. And number 1 was Charlie Erhart and Rhiannon Summer.
Thank you.
And we've got another one for Mr. Alan Starr.
Thank you.
And that's it.
Then it was time to celebrate a culture, a heritage, a people. Living a healthy lifestyle and running dogs go hand in hand. If you take care of your dogs, they'll take care of you, and the people of Tanana understand this. And they practice this lifestyle on the trail and off. It was 3 days of learning, 3 days of celebrating, and 3 days of ensuring that the youth of Tanana understand the importance of their culture and the important role that dog mushing has played in their past, and how running dogs has kept these people healthy both physically and spiritually. Near the school, a sign says it all. Watch children. The people of Tanana have been doing just that, including the girls' basketball coach, Stephanie Furman, who has taken the responsibility of keeping these youth, including the boys' team, in shape and getting them ready for the upcoming game against Allakaket.
All right, let's go down. The goal, touch the other wall, then you can stop and walk backwards back to down. Oh! Ready, let's go again. Oh. I thought one practice break from Mondays would be good enough for you girls. I'm sorry. Defender is going to have to yell, ball, 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 and try to get the ball, right? The whole goal of the defender the whole way is trying to steal the ball. You're trying to get the ball out of their hands. So the defender can be swatting, right? I don't want to see fouls. If I see you guys fouling, that's 10 push-ups.
The Allakaket game falls before an even bigger challenge, the regional tournament in Fairbanks, Alaska. Regional games will place the Tanana Wolves in fierce competition with other teams from their region, all striving for the top 2 spots that will take them to Anchorage for a chance to win it all at the 1A State Championship.
Dribble slowly. Do it slowly. I'd rather have you practice right form than do the wrong form, just so you can make it and do it quickly. So slowly, but the right form.
easy to see that the people of Tanana really care about their youth and their culture in keeping both healthy and alive. Through living a healthy lifestyle and maintaining a tradition that is carried on for centuries, the youth of Tanana have much to look forward to. As proof that dog mushing keeps our people looking healthy, take a look at Lester Erhart. The man in the video you just saw, he looks about 50, but he's actually 73 years old. Travel with me now to Seward, Alaska, to the incredible technical center. No matter what age you are, this may be a career for you.
Right, 10 degrees rudder, steady up on 030.
It takes courage and commitment. It takes time and money. They'll work hard. They'll be tested. But in the end, they'll have something that can never be taken away from them, a future. Welcome to AVTEC. Welcome to the future. Peter Lekenoff fishes with his brother Dennis out on St. George Island.
Yummy.
They sell their fish to this tender vessel.
Hey, Dennis. What's up, bud?
With the fishing economy in a slump, Peter started looking for a better job. He didn't have to look far. He decided he wanted to be the skipper on a tender. But running a vessel of that size takes special training and a Coast Guard certificate. So this winter, Peter is attending AVTEC.
Steady up on 030.
AVTEC is home to the most sophisticated maritime simulators on the west coast of America.
We develop scenarios here. We monitor the students. We throw difficult exercises and complications at them.
They can actually, at control, they could put wind, snow, rain, haze, current. They could put anything in here.
Each person take an arm, concentrate on the arms. Just gotta get that in. Okay, now stop.
By the time Peter and his classmates leave AVTEC, they'll be prepared to step aboard a new career. From the bridge to the galley, AVTEC has a program that works.
The childhood passion, and that's what got me started. I was 14 years old. I decided I want to be a cook, but somebody discouraged me from going into it. But now that I'm making my own decisions, I decided to come out here. And I've been preparing for it for about a year and a half, about a year, trying to come out here. And here I am.
When you make the commitment to AVTEC, AVTEC makes a commitment to you by providing highly skilled and motivated instructors, state-of-the-art equipment, and a learning environment that makes your time at AVTEC productive and successful. And AVTEC provides one more benefit unique to this institution. You'll complete a course of study in as little as 9 months. It would take up to 2 years to complete a similar course at a conventional institution, and that means that you'll be on the job and earning a paycheck fast. When Roland Ashby Jr. graduated from Noatak High School, he knew he wanted to find a job in construction. After attending a career fair, he knew AVTEC was the place to learn. To enroll, you must be at least 18 years old, be an Alaskan resident with a high school diploma or GED. Without this, you must pass an ability to benefit test before admission, and you may need to meet some program prerequisites. Certain programs may have specific admission requirements. You must meet physical requirements or request special accommodations in advance. And some programs require exceptional physical dexterity, good vision, and mobility. But whatever course of study you choose, AVTEC is committed to your success in the workforce.
That is a great thing that they do here in AVTEC. They structure all the classes to be very similar to an actual work day.
Giving you the edge in the job market is what AVTEC is all about. And you're sure to find one of our training programs just right for you. We offer a variety of certificates in the fields of allied healthcare, business and office technology, applied technology, culinary arts and sciences, information technology, Alaska maritime training, physical plant technology, and related studies. Whatever career path you choose, the future is in your hands.
It's a lot of learning. When we first started out, there was so much paperwork or actually homework to do. And most of our brains were feeling like they was really stuffed in with so much information. But anyway, we got over that. And we have learned quite a bit since we first started out. And what we learned was the word chef is a title that you have to earn.
So no one's taking the fluid out of it?
Not that I know of.
Morris King is from Macoria. For the past few years, he's worked seasonal jobs.
That's true.
Seasonal jobs get old because a lot of times, like in the winter, I work construction and there's not a lot of construction going on in the winter. If you're just working for a general contractor, so I figured I should get into something where I can have work year-round.
Like many students from the villages, Morris was worried about what day-to-day life would be like here in Seward.
People think because it's a small town. I mean, I've come from a really small town. So, you know, you have your homework, and that takes a couple hours out of your day after class. And then you go and you have all your facilities on campus, which are the library and the rec facilities, which are nice. I mean, you have a full gym, you have pool tables, you have ping pong, you have places to go and relax, and even the staff is very helpful with things you need.
It's a classmate of mine. His name is Don. He's from Eagle, Alaska.
So we got here.
This here is my room at AVTEC in a dorm.
When you're not in class, studying in the Learning Center, or shooting some hoops, AVTEC's family housing or dormitories provide a peaceful and secure place to call home.
So you have to learn how to splice rope. Speed is 6.97.
Everyday people all across Alaska are working at interesting and high-paying jobs thanks to their time at AVTEC. Pilots, construction workers, the list goes on and on. But for each of these people, the doorway to the future was opened at AVTEC. In as little as 9 months, you can transform yourself from unskilled labor to an in-demand professional. So come on, the future's waiting for you. Call AVTEC today and prepare for a bright tomorrow. Thank you, everyone, for joining us for this generation. Don't go away. If you're in Alaska, Heartbeat Alaska follows right now. God bless every one of you, and we'll see you again next week. See ya.